But my first time seeing Return of the Living Dead, I was like maybe 14. I was older because I was scared of zombie movies. I loved horror movies, but I was scared to watch zombie flicks because I saw Night of the Living Dead when I was really little. My sister, she was always watching horror movies and always late at night. And one night, George Romero's original Night of the Living Dead came on TV, and like a dumbass, I watched it. I was like 5 years old, and that movie scared the shit out of me. You know, the concept of dead people coming back to life just blew my mind, freaked me out. The idea of the ending of civilization, you know, the zombie epidemic kind of ending the world, freaked me out. And then the little girl who turns into a zombie and kills her parents, that was just way too much for me. So that zombie movie scared the shit out of me. And I'm old. I remember when Dawn of the Dead came out in the theater, and I remember the trailers for the TV spots would come on TV, and I would run out of the room. That's how scared I was of zombies. As I got older and I started watching horror movies, I was into Jason. I was into Freddy Krueger. I was watching Poltergeist and vampires and American Werewolf in London. I watched all that shit. But I would never watch a zombie flick because they scared me. And then one time I was at a friend's house and we went to go rent movies, and he wanted to watch Return of the Living Dead. I was like, "Oh no, man! Did you see this?" I'm like, "No, man. Let's watch Dream Warriors again." You know what I'm saying? No, man. Let's watch this. Says, "No, man, you haven't seen it." He's like, "Dude, you haven't seen this. You got to see this." I was like, "Okay," and I was like, "Oh shit!" having an anxiety attack and shit going. So he puts it in. I'm trying to act hard. Yeah, okay, yeah, man, I'll watch this. You know, all nervous and shit. And he put the movie in, and it was fucking hilarious. I was laughing my ass off. And I think that's what made that movie is the comedy, the comic relief, and that made the movie fun to watch. And I was able to get through that movie because it was so much fun. There was so much comic relief. There was so much humor. And yeah, there was like punk rock and cool ass gore, and it was funny. And I ended up loving that movie after that. And I was able to watch zombie movies after. So Return of the Living Dead, was like the Vaseline, the lube that got me back into zombie movies. So yeah, the whole attitude, like, it's a punk rock movie. It's like the whole movie is very much punk rock, anarchy, anti-establishment. The whole attitude. You got like, the punk rock. There's these punk rockers, and they're like, hate, fuck the police. They're gonna come and kick our asses. Like, they hate cops, and Freddie got a job. What a dick. Yeah. So it's got this whole anti-establishment.
You think this is a costume? This is a way of life.
But this whole thing, the idea of this punk rock attitude of this movie, this whole anti-establishment theme going on. Watching it this time, I'm noticing, it's totally punk rock. It's totally anti-authority. That every form of government gets ragged on, from send more cops. To the cops are going to kick our asses. The Army Corps of Engineers, they built this thing, and then they hit the fucking canister and it breaks open right away. And, we don't want the Army here. And like every sort of government reference, they're always sort of ragging on. So it's got this whole anti-authority attitude, and of course, the trioxin, this chemical, it was based on Agent Orange, which was like, supposedly used for this trioxin in the movie is supposed to be used for biowarfare. But it's just this whole referencing this theme of the government is responsible for all these injustices to its citizens and how they try to cover it up, and the whole Army's solution to this problem was to just bomb the city. That's their grand plan that they had all along for the past 20 years. Oh, if we ever find these canisters, we're just going to blow that place up. And what did they do? They end up causing a nationwide zombie epidemic, because it, burns up the bodies, acid rain. There's all these references to that time of pollution and acid rain, which is like just coming out during the mid 80s when this movie came out. You know, so it had this strong commentary of the government is responsible for all this shady shit. You know, and I look at the zombies now. I look at the zombies in Return of the Living Dead as like they're the common folk. They're metaphors for the 99%. They're the people that are always getting fucked over by the government, and the zombies get their revenge. This is like a movie about revolution, and the zombies are a revolution in the Return of the Living Dead because they win. The people rise up, literally rise up, and fucking take over. You know, which I think is great now. Rewatching it now.